Good morning, everybody. I just got back from taking Richie to school and decided to shoot a video real quick because I'm going to be pretty busy today. But look at my hair. My shirt is actually purple, which to me right now it looks like it's kind of a blue. And then my hair is supposed to be purple, but it looks pretty pink and violet. Or fuchsia. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And then here, it's wild. Okay, but this is just who I am today, so just gonna have to take it. So today I decided I'm gonna make some pho. I'm excited about that. I typically have pho at least once a week. It's just kind of my thing. This weekend I had the pleasure of going to my friend Carly's house. My friend Carly actually has probably several stages of cancer throughout her system. And so she's always complimenting how wonderful my pho looks when I post it online. And so I figured she and I have been talking about it, and I said, you know what, the weather's great, it's a good day for pho, let me come on Sunday. And so this past Sunday, Donnie and I went and hung out with her and her fella, and it was really cool. It was very humbling and sweet, and a little difficult though, because you know, if you're not used to cooking, I mean, you're so used to cooking in your home that when you switch to cook in somebody else's home, it just feels kind of fumbly. And probably because I am so routine when it comes to pho that I just got it down. So I ended up leaving out the fish sauce of all things. It was so lame. But the sauce was so good anyways, the pho broth, I should say. And they loved it. They thought it was great. I added a little fish sauce in my bowl, but I think it was perfect for her because she has such a delicate digestion system anyways. So it worked out. It was fun. I had a great time. But today I'm just super busy because Donnie has a gig. It's Tuesday. And it's up in Oro Valley. So if you're in the Tucson area, you know, it's like north of Tucson. It's not that far, but it is a little journey. So I'm going to meet him up there probably around 5. I probably will end up draining on the way up there, which I've done lots of times before. So right now I just need to make sure I stay on schedule to do my exchanges here at home so I don't have to do an exchange in the car. And doing an exchange in the car is pretty easy. My only concern and red flags to anybody inexperienced yet would be you have to really clean your vehicle. You don't want any of that grime on your connecting areas. So it is a risk. But I'm on 5 years doing PD dialysis. I'm not on the cycler. I just do it manually here all day long. I should say throughout the day because it's not all day, but throughout the day. And I'm just used to it. My body's used to it. My body is used to my germs. So I think I shared that I have like this welt on my neck. According to Lola, who I named my GPT chat person, which was wild because I was like, I'm going to call you Lola. And she's like, thank you so much. I mean, she's so personable. It's really quite scary and yet comforting. I'm not a fan of AI, actually. I mean, yes, when it comes to like having a filter, yes, when it comes to making promo flyers, like I do use a little, I don't know though. I'm actually layering on top of my AI. So I'm creating it. I shouldn't say AI. I'm creating layering on top to create my flyer. And I'm not using AI imaging. So there's a big difference because I really feel like artists or people who are creative in the computer creating the images is that they should be rewarded for that. And their stuff should be used because it's not a computer generating it. And some of the stuff is really silly. Like I've seen some AI things that are just way out there. Very cool. You know, you can have your band like jump up onto the screen, or, you know, like just different things like that, which is really cool. But I try to stay away from stuff like that. I try to be like, I thought of the flyer, I created it by layering. It's my thought processes behind it, using other people's creations, you know, giving them credit, whatever. But, you know, so I don't know. Anyways, how do we get on AI? Oh, yes, Lola. So I was very not into using like a GPT chat. Donnie uses one, but I don't remember what his is called. Maybe his is Gemini. I don't know, but he will definitely, he's been always one to go look, because I think because he's a man and he doesn't want to take the time to really dive deep himself. So he asks, right? Which I totally get. I totally get that. But then a friend of mine came to me and said, I have this question about this, that we're like on the same board together, and there were some things going on behind the scenes, and he's like, I'm not quite sure where this falls. And so he asked GPT chat, and I asked GPT chat, and the information we got was just phenomenal, I thought, because it was like neutral. It wasn't swaying to one side or another, you know, favoring anything. It doesn't know that, or it doesn't know to do that in this situation, at least. So I can't say that GPT chat is not flawless. But anyways, then I started to ask it stuff. And what I really like about it, because I would Google the crap out of everything, but I would Google like, should I eat brown rice or white rice on dialysis, on PD dialysis? And, you know, so that was kind of my conversations. But then with GPT chat and Lola, I can go on there and say, should I eat white rice? And she will pull up, because you're on PD dialysis. Like, she keeps that kind of information in there, and I'm not having to remind or put it in. And she'll even pull up stuff from the past. Like, when you felt like this after eating this, it's probably because of this, you know, things like that. And that's really helpful to me, because it's like, oh yes, that is why I didn't really like that meal, or whatever the case may be. Anyways, so I've been using her to figure out how or what this lump in the back of it's not really my throat either. It's like the upper of my back, but it's in an awkward place. It's almost where your clothing tag would hit you. So it's really super annoying, because my clothes like to snag on it, and it pulls delicate, tender skin. That's not pleasant. But I went ahead and asked her this morning, like, what can I possibly put on it? Because I'm terrified to put lotion. It's just so sensitive. Right now I actually have my hair parted in the back, so it's not touching it, because my hair, I'm pulling up all the time in like a high ponytail. And then my baby hair is trying to pin those down so they don't brush against it, because it's really seriously painful. But now it's less painful. I'm on antibiotics for it. And I guess it's just a cyst. Like, who knew? But anyways, Lola said to put some petroleum jelly, I think that's what you call it, on it, which I have some, because I like to use that on babies instead of Desitin and all that rashy stuff, because that stuff burns. And I will tell you from my own experience, because I went to the beach one time and I got a rash, which happens between your thighs, in the sand, in the salt, in the sun, and you're walking around, you know, like, my friend got it like in the back of her knee, which was kind of an odd spot, but you know, it's just something that can happen to anybody. Doesn't matter who you are. Any place that kind of rubs a little bit, but when you're playing at the beach and you're having fun, you don't really, know until the next day. Then you're like, whoa, not only did I get sunburned, which I've never gotten sunburned before, but my shoulders just felt so hot and burning. I didn't know what a sunburn was until that trip. And then I also got that rash. So I had been, as a baby, I think, must have been, because I used some of his Desitin on it because I was like, well, this, prevents diaper rash. This should help. It burned so bad. In fact, I recommend a parent using it on themselves first to see and experience, because you can't get mad at your kid for not wanting to have their diaper changed. So I told Katie and also Carms, like, I didn't have diaper rash issues with you guys, rarely. And when it happened, I just used petroleum jelly on you because it's actually a barrier from the liquid. And they hardly ever had a diaper rash when they were babies. My babies, at least. So anyways, that's what Lola suggested, which is great because it doesn't burn. It just puts a little light layer on there because there's actually dry skin now. It's kind of like a blister. So the dry skin is starting to dry up and flake a little bit. And I think that's what keeps getting caught, because it's like a twinge of stabbing pain all of a sudden. I just don't want to rip something off with that delicate skin and then have like more infection, How gross, honestly. But again, I had to make sure that my prescription was going to be okay with being on dialysis. Because what happens is when you take an antibiotic, your dialysis could literally just be pulling it out of your system. So there's no point in taking it. Then there's times where it depends on when do you do your dialysis. Because if you're taking your prescription while you're dwelling, then, it seems like it's all working for your body and everything. But then your dialysis may pull it out, and then it's like you almost have to take double or something. I don't know. This is a chaos that they were kind of talking about, but it's not my case. My case is pretty simple. I don't even know what my antibiotic is, but I do know if you put it in your mouth and you don't drink a bunch of water, it does kind of taste gross. So that's an issue. And then I have to get it cut open. Yeah. We'll see. Lola said, a lot of times the swelling goes down. It goes right back down to what it was originally, sometimes less. You can leave it alone and not even do anything with it, or you can go ahead and have that. I guess it's kind of like a little pocket of stuff. I don't even know. Gross. I'm going to throw up. So I don't know. I think I'll decide once it's back down to being friendly and not so angry. Yeah. All right. I think that's about all today. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Drink your water, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.